This craft was inspired by the picture I found on Pinterest.
So the inspiration piece used a basket that I could not find. So what we're going to do is I have this empty dog food box. And what we're going to do is just give it a good layer of white chalk paint for now. It's not going to really matter because when you see what I have to do to it, it's really not going to show through. But I am going to give it a coat of white chalk paint and then give it a coat of the brown. So right now, just going to, and it doesn't have to be neat because it will end up being covered. So we painted the box on both sides, whoops, that was a mistake, with white chalk paint, and now I'm just going to do a messy coat of the brown. It doesn't have, again, it doesn't have to be neat because it's going to be covered. We just don't want it to show through. We'll do this side and then the other side and let it dry, and then we'll go on to the next process. Okay, we're going to just paint this birdhouse. We're going to give it a coat of white chalk paint. I got this at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. Try to make it look nice because this you're going to see this time. We're just going to set that down and put it off to the side. And we're going to go. So this was the piece we did. We painted it with the white chalk paint and then brown. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to take and we're going to glue the bottom together with some hot glue. And boy, that doesn't take long to stick. So we have a little pocket. It's a little pocket. What we're going to do then is we're going to take some of this burlap. And this is why it didn't have to be perfect, because we're going to cover it in burlap. We're going to find a nice finished end. And we're going to wrap that around. And we're going to cut it off. And I'm going to just take my paint right here. I'm just going to mark a little area that I can cut. And then so that's where we're going to cut it. So we're going to take a line of glue and we're going to just run it down the back side. I'm going to stretch that and make sure we get the burlap in the glue so it sticks. Now it kind of looks crappy, but we have the finished edge to put over top of it, so we should be good. Finished edge, and nobody will ever know that. Let's try that one more time. Pull it tight. that's coming undone. Hold it down for a second so it sticks, and then run it up the rest of the way. Trim the bottom a little bit. We're going to take a line of glue and run it on the inside of the pocket. And we're going to take the burlap, pull it tight, and fold it down in so it sticks in that glue. That was kind of hot. We're going to do the same thing for the back side. Okay, when all is said and done, you have a pocket that's covered in burlap. What you're going to do is make a hanger with our nautical rope. And for some reason, Dollar Tree's nautical rope has gotten way thicker than it used to be. But you still do the same thing. You gotta just make sure that it's gonna stick together. And this is gonna be a pocket that hangs on your door. So it's up to you about how long you wanna make the hanger. I'd say about that long. Hopefully it'll cut. This stuff is tough. That wasn't easy, was it? So I had a little bit of a hard time. Ryan had to help me cut that rope. I told you. Dollar Tree's really gotten thicker nautical rope in lately. I'm just gonna wait till that. I'm gonna just give that glue a little bit time to dry. And we're just gonna not burn ourselves, but make sure the rope holds together. We're going to take it inside the pocket. We're going to find the corner and we're going to glue it in there. And this will also help hold the burlap down. So I went in about 1 inch. Got it really good in the corner there. We're going to take it to the other side and do the same thing on the other side. Get a good amount in there. take the rope, use your finger, your silicone finger thing, and it really helps to push it in there and hold it down. And then we have our hanger for the door or the wall or wherever you want to hang it. Now, floral foam. I'm not crazy about floral foam, but I'm going to give it a good coating with the glue. Get it nice and coated. I'm going to take it, I'm going to stick it on the very top of the inside of the pocket. So you can see that I'm putting it right on the inside, gluing it down. And we're going to take the other piece. I just cut a piece in half of the square from the Dollar Tree. We're going to do the same. I'm going to give this one a good hot glue coating on the back. And carefully, without burning ourselves, stick it on the inside again, even with the other one. So it looks like that. So we have our little pocket. We have our floral foam in there. Now we're going to start putting some floral. Actually, let's put a little Spanish moss to cover up the floral foam. You don't need a whole lot because it's going to be covered with the florals, the picks. But let's just put a little bit in there. Oops, there it is. Like I said, you don't need a lot. Look at that. It covers it up pretty good. Just that little bit of Spanish moss from the Dollar Tree. Spanish moss is messy though. It's very messy. So now we're going to take our florals. So I got these florals from Amazon. They're really bright and pretty. They're supposed to be lavender, but I'm not sure if that's what they are or not. That's what I put in to search, and this is what I got. It's okay. It's pretty fall, spring flowers. And we're going to cut them off. We're going to cut them off the pick. Let's see where that gets us. So we're going to just take that, and these, we want to try to stick these in the back of the floral foam. So you just keep putting the purple flowers, or I don't want to call it lavender because I'm not sure exactly what this is. You just keep pushing them down into the floral foam that's in there already. So you have a nice, row. You can put the taller ones in the back or however you want it to go. Fluff them out as good as you can. They're not silk, they're more plastic. So this is what you have so far. Then we want to take these picks of lamb's ear that I got 40% off at Hobby Lobby. I was going to go to Walmart, but I never made it to Walmart. And you want to cut these stems down too, about 2 inches. And you can try to, the lamb's ear doesn't do exactly what you want it to do. But you want to kind of stick that down in front of the purple. Oh, here's some more purple ones. Stick those in there. Might as well use them. We already have them cut off. Maybe over here. I hate the little tags on these things. They're such a pain in the butt to get off. That one went flying. And try to fluff them out as best as you can. And stick them down in the floral foam, but in front. I'm gonna keep putting this lamb's ear picks in the floral. Try to bend them so they kind of drape over the front if you can. Like I said, they're not very bendable. They're not pliable to go where you want it to go. And I think one more should do it. This was one that I got off of Amazon and it's not as good. But the leaves are a little different, so we're gonna try and use it in there. Plus I don't know when I'll need lamb's ear again. So let's try and use it up. You can see that the leaves are not as good as the leaves from Hobby Lobby. And there's this thin on there. Cut that off. So there you go. That's pretty full of lamb's ear. It's pretty full of the, we'll call it lavender. And I did a second coat of paint on the bird. I'm gonna just take a little bit of the Spanish moss just to make it look more like a real bird house. I'm just gonna put some hot glue in there. I'm just gonna stick it in there so it comes out the front. And you can always just trim it up. Then to make it even look more rustic, I'm going to take some, kind of roll it. Put a line of glue down. and the glue. Once it's stuck in there, you can take it, give it a little trim. And do the same thing on the other side. It's easier if you have the moss prepared first. Oh, Spanish moss is so messy, but it makes it look rustic. Put a line of glue down and just stick it in the hot glue. Trim it up. And so we'll put some on the top. Trim that up. And we're going to take our little rustic looking birdhouse and we're going to just stick it right down in there between the lavender and the lamb's ear. Get it down in the floral. And there you go. Now the last thing we have to do on this to finish it off is put a little bow on there, a little ribbon, not even a bow, it's just a ribbon. I'm going to take it. I'm going to be able to have enough to tie a little hanging knot. This is just really just taking it and making a knot and folding it over. There's no bow making skills involved at all in this one. And cut them even. And there you have it. And there's your flower pocket door hanger for spring.